Hi guys, Michiana Fisherman here. Time for part 2 of my great-grandfather's story. That's him right there. I never talked with great-grandpa. He was gone before I could, but I heard enough about him from everyone that would. I learned things like places he had seen, and how he had ran away at only 13. He got on a ship late in the year, even though the weather was something to fear. From Oslo to Tromsø to drop and pick up before the sea got cold and before it froze up. Iceland was also needing supplies, but that destination would prove as unwise. It took longer to do what had to be done. They was hoping they could just turn and then run. Now Old Man Winter was showing his face. On the way back, they got frozen in place. The old-timers knew just how to survive. They started planning to keep themselves alive. They lit the oven only once a week. It was for baking, never for heat. At 40 below, whatever came out of it was frozen solid in less than a minute. Grandpa said when the cakes would freeze up, cod liver oil was used to soften them up. My Grandpa Ed told the story one day, and he told what the doctor had to say. The doctor said it was good for their blood, like antifreeze for their precious lifeblood. I asked Grandpa, what did they eat? Then he told me how they got their meat. They would walk in a circle with long pointy poles, making themselves some deep cone-shaped holes. The fish seemed to like the newfound light, so they hooked the fish and tossed them on the ice, then covered the piles with ice and snow to hide the fish so bears wouldn't know. So as their hunger would increase, they used an ice pick to chip off a piece, taking it back inside their cabin house, unthawing the pieces inside of their mouth. Once their hunger was satisfied, their learning was not set aside. So with old guys, old things were taught, like passing time by tying some knots. They also worked at saving the ship from the crushing ice by breaking it. The same long poles used to catch the fish broke the ice so the ship wouldn't squish. But 3 months later, roundabout so, the ice gave way and let them all go. Frozen in place in the Norwegian Sea, the ice breaks up and sets them all free. Arriving back at port, the happy news came. The survivors of the ship listed by name. His dad was there to get his son back. I heard he knew right where his son was at. But I don't think Grandpa wanted to give up. But this is where he did wind up. So they caught him and made him stay. He just ran off another day.